It's Monday, the 29th of March, and welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony, and as you may be able to see, I am sporting a brand new t-shirt kindly sent to us by those fine folks over at Digbits. Digbits Marcus Clay was one of the many guests, so many guests, on the latest outing of the Construction Collective show that aired on Thursday of last week. Still racking up thousands of views over on Instagram TV. So if you missed it, you can catch it there or on YouTube, or you can just go to demolitionnews.com and you will find it there as well. But thanks ever so much for the t-shirt Digbits. That means I'm not going to be broadcasting topless, which frankly everyone could do without. Now, the clocks have gone forward to mark the beginning of spring, and here in England, the stay-at-home order ends today. If I were more sociable, I could now meet 5 other people outdoors. Nah. Well, we will get to the news headlines in just a second, but first, let's take our usual look at those all-important celebrity birthdays. It's a many happy returns to model, actress Elle the Body McPherson, and to French footballing wizard Dimitri Payet, who graced the West Ham team for far too short a period, in my opinion. But we'll be right back after this.
If you enjoyed this show, please consider supporting us. Go to buymeacoffee.com/demolition news.
Now, given that the construction and demolition industry was granted key worker status and has barely paused for breath over the last year, the easing of lockdown restrictions will mean precious little at site level. However, for more than a year, the sector has carried the weight of economic expectation upon its shoulders. So the fact that we can now begin to socialise once again is a well-deserved reward for the hundreds of thousands of industry workers that have been trapped in a seemingly endless cycle of work, sleep and repeat this past 12 months. If you're watching this show or listening to it later, then you're big enough and ugly enough to know that this isn't a green light for a free-for-all. We're not out of the woods yet. If we are to retain any of the newfound freedom, we still do need to be careful. But this does, and I have to admit, it really does feel like the first very small step back towards normality. Let's hope that is the case. Digger Guard, a new range of protective guards developed by, or developed for, should I say, leading construction machinery manufacturer Hitachi, is set to be officially launched at Hillhead Digital tomorrow. Plastics manufacturer Norplast developed the innovative Digger Guard product range to overcome problems with existing systems used to protect excavator cabs. The existing products on the market had a number of problems that Hitachi wanted to improve upon. They were difficult to install and remove, heavy and prone to wear, noisy and not watertight when stored, says Dave Smith, managing director of Norplast. It was clear to us that there was considerable room for improvement, and we delivered on that for Hitachi with Digger Guard. Construction industry machinery is exposed to extensive risk of costly damage, both accidentally and through vandalism. With Digger Guard, we have achieved improvements that we're confident will save operators time on the job and reduce both downtime and insurance costs. Those new cab guards are scheduled to get their official launch at the Hillhead Digital exhibition. Now, speaking of the Hillhead Digital exhibition, the show officially begins tomorrow. And while it won't be quite the same as Attractor Buxton in Derbyshire, the show is still set to unleash a lot of surprises and new product introductions. If you want to keep your finger on the industry pulse, then head on over to hillhead.com/digital. There's more than 300 exhibitors taking part and 70 or more seminar sessions just waiting for you there. I won't bump into you in the aisles in quite the same way as I would at a physical event, but I may see you over there. It looks like it's going to be a massive event, so hope you can join us over there. Now, the city might be under siege from protesters at the moment, but a £10 million construction project to replace an existing warehouse with much-needed student accommodation is currently on the starting blocks in Bristol. But first, that existing warehouse at 31 to 32 Portland Square in Surrey Street needs to be demolished. The project apparently is currently out to tender, according to market intelligence provider The Builders Conference. It's understood that Beard Bristol, Kier Construction and Midas Construction are all vying for the new build section of the works, but a demolition contractor has yet to be appointed. You can find out more about this and hundreds of other project leads over at buildersconference.co.uk, and we would strongly urge you to do just that. And finally, as you know, this show has changed somewhat over the passage of time. Over the past year of lockdown, the timing of the show has changed from 6 o'clock in the evening to 10 o'clock in the morning. The backdrop has changed from a very dingy black to a shiny new one. The theme tune has changed. My beard has gone, and then come back again. And my hair, frankly, has become increasingly inexplicable. The content has changed too, and we're not done with those changes yet. Even though lockdown restrictions are being lifted, this show is set to continue. We are going nowhere, and if anything, it's going to become more valuable. At least that's the plan. One of the challenges we've had over the past few months is keeping track of what was said and when. YouTube might be the world's second biggest search engine, but when you're searching for a specific news item or reference to a demolition contract that's up for grabs, it is frankly useless. However, I think we've got a solution that will work for me, and more importantly, it will work for you. Starting today, we're going to be accompanying each show with detailed show notes containing the written contents for each of the show. It will contain the photographs that we use, external links, and anything else that we can throw in there as well. And now you don't need to worry about this, but we're planning to use the Evernote platform to store these notes. That means they're going to be properly categorized, catalogs, fully searchable. You don't need an Evernote account to access them, but Evernote, I've been using Evernote for about 10 years, and it is very, very good for search and that kind of thing. So we will be able to check back and find out what was said by who and when. Those notes will be added to the show immediately after it ends. So if you're watching live, you can check back in about 30 minutes and you'll find the complete show notes there. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're part of our huge audience over on Instagram TV, or if you're listening to the audio-only version of the show notes will already be there. It's our hope and it's our plan that this will become a valuable archive resource, both for us and more specifically for you guys. That just about wraps up things for today. It's a short week this week here in the UK, and as it stands today, I have every intention of not broadcasting on Friday this week or on Monday next week, but that is subject to change, and if something notable, newsworthy drops in my lap on Thursday or Friday morning, then I will be back here then. However, on Thursday, we will be broadcasting not once, but twice. This show, the usual one, will air at 10 a.m. as usual, same time, same place. And then it's 10:30, when I've barely had time to pause for breath. I will be joined by Builders Conference CEO Neil Edwards to look back over the contract awards for the month of March. And we're going to have one hell of a lot to discuss. I checked the BC Live League table this morning, and it currently stands at more than £8 billion worth of new contract awards during the month of March. That's more than twice the established monthly average, and we've still got a few days left of the month to run. So make sure you join us at 10:30 on Thursday for what promises to be one very upbeat show indeed. In the meantime, have a great day, stay safe, look after yourselves, don't go berserk in the new lifted restriction world that we now find ourselves living in. But in the meantime, have a great day. I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place, and the same ever evolving content. Look out for those show notes in about half an hour. Thanks for watching.